In the chin!
What more do you want?
Macintosh.
The collective groan from everybody was very good. It was like,
Yeah, the collective groan.
What was your routine to get in character?
I read the lines.
Yeah, I'll let you sleep on my roof, man. Don't worry about it.
She made me want to cry.
So are we looking this way or looking like up?
You can look wherever you want. Yeah. Were you going to say something?
No.
No? Okay. Well, Nicole, since you're already here, we'll get started. And Thomas will have his dramatic entrance eventually. So, hello.
Hello.
Thank you so very much for coming. With me, we have Mr. Raven Correa.
How's it going?
Would you guys like to introduce yourselves? I'm so
Yeah,
sorry
sure.
about that. Huh?
Sure, yeah. Yeah, like you said, my name's Raven and Antonio Correa. I have known Noah for a good part of both of our lives at this point, and I always love to help out and just have fun on this film. Yeah.
Who is your character?
My character would be Crow. It would be Crow.
Mm-hmm. Do you know your character's full name?
I don't. You never told me.
I did. I told you. I told you twice. Exactly a year apart. It's Crowley Ojo.
Okay.
Crowley Ojo. I'm so sorry about that. Okay. And here we have
McKinley Joiner.
McKinley. What is your McKinley? What is your character's name?
Maggie
Ojo.
Ojo.
Yeah. And we have. Oh, hey! No, sorry. You get to wait. Ladies first.
Nah, I'll wait.
Hi, I'm Frida Castro, and I'm from Mackenzie.
Mackenzie what? Benjamin. We're related.
Yeah.
In the film. She plays my sister. We're not actually related.
Alright, good afternoon everybody. I'm Gary Bowie, Cassius Gray on Instagram, but I play Rusty in the movie. So, Rusty Ojo. Right.
It's the full name.
Oh, okay.
Russell.
Did you tell me
Yeah, I did. It's also in the script.
that? Yes.
I'm giving it pretty
Yeah.
much. We got the man of the hour? Okay. All right.
Hi, my name's Thomas Gagliotti. I play Tosh
Yes.
and the doppelganger.
Okay.
Trying to think of that name. And the doppelganger as well.
Do you want to give him the last name?
Um,
You can do it right now.
no, I don't have anything right now on top of my head.
Okay.
Yeah, just Tosh.
Do you know why his name is Tosh?
No.
Okay, I said it very vaguely when we had that one interview last year. Is that a lot of these characters are based on a joke, or their names are based on a joke, right? Macintosh.
Oh my goodness. Man.
And for my next film, the main character, her name is going to be Sasha. So the other sister, his name is Lele. Sasha Lele. Sasha Lele.
I didn't get it. I don't get it. Sorry.
So I'm terrible with coming up with names. That's why I give a lot of these characters pun names, but only if they're like really, they have like a lot of like preamble or prologue or lore or whatever, is when I actually put in some genuine thought. So Rusty, right? There's a corvid bird that is like the rusty something. I forgot what it was called. And magpie, and crow. Yeah, and one of your brother's name. His name is I think it was Rudy. It's gonna be in an upcoming thing that we haven't filmed yet, which is meant to be a red bird because the name Russell means red as well, and red is complementary to green, which is also kind of goes into the snake pit where the whole theme is money. So yeah, enough yapping from me. Nicole! I can go on and on about this. But Nicole is one of our generous, very beautiful patrons that I've known for quite a number of years. Instead of me yapping about it, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. Okay. I am Nicole Thrash. I am integrated with the film and fashion community in San Antonio, Texas. I work with the San Antonio Black International Film Festival as event coordinator and volunteer coordinator. I also work with the Underground Sacred Underground Film Festival as a secretary, and I will be soon working with the Leftover Film Festival as a judge.
Montage, she does it all. Okay, Nicole. Let me put this on. So, Nicole, do you have any questions, either for the general production, for anybody specifically, or for all of us, or just tell me what you'd like to know? This is your spotlight. This is your hour.
Yeah, so this is kind of a question for everyone. What was your favorite part about making this film?
I think that my favorite part personally was getting to kind of explore the dynamic between the brother and sister dynamic between your character and my character, and I think getting in that conflict and exploring that from I'm somebody who sees something with like point of view with nuance. I always can see it from both sides, and so I think an important part of staying true to a character is just keeping just giving her point of view justice. I think was kind of really important for me.
She's so well spoken.
For me, because this was my first time playing such a dramatic role, and I enjoyed doing it. I learned a lot from it, and I just had so much fun, diving into a dramatic character and understanding the storyline and just getting to know everybody better.
Where I started, the cast was great. And then watching the storyline unfold and my role in that storyline too, understanding, what I played in it, and just the overall outcome of how, I guess it was how it started with from the first film, and then how it led into what I was doing now. So just understanding that piece of it was just really cool too as well.
So before I go on to you, Thomas, I like that you mentioned that how it's from the first film is because how I write specifically my stories is that I try to, if it's grounded in reality, if there's no strict fantasy elements, I try to have it within the same universe. But you don't, because I hate this with a lot of extended continuity, you don't need to do your homework. And this is where a lot of superhero shows and movies kind of go wrong, is that they want you to watch and consume everything, but then it starts to feel like homework, right? My thing is, if you see my other stuff, that's great. You're gonna be like, whoa, he said the thing, or I know that reference, right? And the reference for you specifically, why your whole character was created, is that I wrote specifically in Snake Pit that I wanted this to be I wanted Leftover Films to be the prequel to Snake Pit, to see if Snake Pit could even pick up, do anything, right? Jaira specifically said, no, it was actually Raven that said, yeah, man, I'm sorry about what the cops... No, it was Jaira that said, yeah, man, I'm sorry about what the cops did to your dad, man. And I wrote that for one line in the script, and I gave no clarification, but I knew it was for you eventually. Right. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you...
Okay, I'll say honestly, I just love the production. I love helping support Millie. I call him Millie. I like that he definitely challenged me with this role, giving me two people, and just trusting the process and knowing that I can become better if he gives me more. So I'm allowing myself to know that I can gain a little bit more experience if he gives me more lines and stuff like that.
Damn, you have the second most lines in this entire film, man.
I know,
I felt bad that I only gave you 1.5 lines in Snake Pit. What more do you want?
Yeah.
Okay, Raven?
Honestly, having a military background, I think one of my favorite things was the it's a terrible thing to say in the military, but the shared suffering, like everyone coming together to make a product that we can all be satisfied and happy with. And I like seeing all the methods that people use to get through that and also get in the zone and get ready. It really like when we start filming, when the camera goes on, it's like a switch flips, and I just love seeing that every single time. Like no matter how many takes we're doing, every single time it was like, okay, let's lock in, let's do the thing. So I really just enjoyed that bit the most out of everything.
Yeah, you only needed 3 takes. But it was only actually 2 takes because the first one was the best one. And it was the only time Jess forgot to record. But it was so good. Like, I felt so bad. Because you did such a great job.
That was when I was in the body bag.
Yeah.
The collective groan from everybody was very good. It was like,
Yeah, the collective groan. You were side-eyeing me the whole time. It's not my fault. Not my fault that you're a good actor. So, Nicole, is there any other question?
Yeah, so what did you guys do to prepare yourself for the role? Like, what was your routine to get in character?
I read the lines. And I wrote the scripts.
Honestly, so I look at certain like films or like I like watching like You specifically. Mm-hmm. So I had to make sure to like, because he was mentioning other movies as well. Yeah. So I was just watching. And I watched that as well. I watched just like maybe like clips on like YouTube. So I was just watching like how their eyes move, just how they navigate like that character. And I was like, okay, I can do that too. I was like, I just have to keep practicing. So I practiced like in the car. I would practice in the mirror at home and at work when it was like downtime. So I just made sure that I'm like, okay, if I keep practicing and trying to like memorize the line, but also embody the character, I think that'll actually help me flow better when I'm actually like doing like when we're actually filming. So yeah.
I'm really proud of his evolution too, because it's like from just that one line alone, I could see it in you, and I knew you just needed more, and then you did more. All of last year, you just kept busting your tail over and over and over again, and it showed. And I hope that, once you all are able to see the final product, that you're like, God, this guy's such a scumbag. He's really the nicest guy in the world.
Yeah, I think for me during that process, I had the family call me Rusty for that I think like that week or 2 weeks. So everybody in the house, or my friends would call me Rusty, and I would kind of stay in that zone when I was ready. And also just checking out other actors and the professionals and how they would prepare for roles. And I think being in the modeling industry and being in front of folks helped me with my confidence, being in front of folks I didn't know, and starting to act. So I guess the intimidation wasn't there, but the intimidation was that they were so good at what they were doing. I wanted to step up and be just as good as them, and so I think that helped. And Thomas, Noah, everybody was really patient, helped me out. And so I just think, taking that role or taking that approach to it helped me out with the role.
Yeah, this is like your second ever thing you did, right? Yeah. I also gave you a lot of lines for it. I'm so sorry about that. But I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have done it if I didn't believe you. I remember specifically that I even talked to Patrick about this, is that it was between you and some other guy, or it was between you and 2 other guys. And I wasn't sure, but Patrick right away said, yep, go with that one. Yeah. Him. Right away. And I'm like, you know what? I'm glad I did. Because seriously, just from that one when we were on the porch and you were like pulling to I had to put that in a trailer. I didn't know where else to put it, but I had to put it in a trailer because it's like, dude, I could hear the it was so cool. You put this guy in a Western.
Frida? I think specifically for this role, I think it was very helpful that I got a lot of rehearsal time with Noah. I think we met beforehand once, and then we got to rehearse in the table read, and then we rehearsed right before we did it. And I think a lot of that repetition helped with like our dynamic. And I think sometimes like when you initially like get a script, it's very easy to almost like have like a specific way that you rehearsed it, and I think a big part of like what acting is like getting that like original like version that you have in your head out of the way. And I think because of all that practice that we did, like when we did it and when we filmed our argument scene, I think everything just came like a lot more natural, and I felt like a lot more prepared to take that on, so I'm really grateful for that. And then like just back to like basics like script analysis, just like reading through it, finding like what your character wants in the scene from you, and then like in like the entire movie itself. So yeah, that's kind of it.
I'm so sorry for yelling at you. She made me want to cry. In fact, I did. The last take, I actually did cry because it wasn't just from exhaustion, because you were making me sad. I was such a terrible person to her. In the film, not in real life, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That was such a good point though too about that. Knowing what you're supporting, the character that you're supporting, what they're expecting from you from that role, and knowing what they had to do helped you with your approach to your character as well. So yeah, that was really good explanation.
And also, I'm sorry. It also helps that your extensive theater experience really pulled in that you already have a ceiling, right? With film, and we talked about this as well, is that with theater, you got to go as big as possible, right? But with film, you got to reel it back as much, right? But here's a good thing, is that it is so hard to pull more out. It's like, I need more, man. You can only say that so many times as a director, whereas the person on the opposite side of the camera. But it's a good thing when whoever is in charge, first AD, second AD, director says like, you're doing too much right now. That's good. Reel it back. Right? That's good. And I feel like that. Yeah.
Remember those things?
I feel like that was absolutely to your benefit, because there were 6 girls that auditioned for the role of McKinley, including of Mackenzie. My bad. Of Mackenzie, including yourself. And I was just like, because you were the last one actually, and a lot of them I was like, I don't know. But then, just like with Patrick and his reassurance with you, I was like, this one, please be available for me. Because I wanted to show how serious it was. I drove all the way to Austin for you just to make sure that it was like the vibe was right. And she passed the vibe check.
Well, to prepare for a role, I like to know what I'm talking about in the scene. So I have to understand like what's going on in the scene and stuff. Get the storyline right. So now I know what I'm going to talk about, instead of just reading the lines and not knowing what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So just knowing what I'm talking about honestly helps me like memorize the lines and get in the mode for the character.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of.
You did a great job too.
Thank you.
Like
Thank you.
that final shot where you're holding the phone like
Yeah.
this. That was like, I knew for a fact. I wrote that in specifically. That needs to be a trailer shot. That is so, because initially we didn't have phone, right? But then I was like, I cut it out, and I was like, we won't have enough time to film this, and we only have these 2 nights. I just need to dial it back. And it's a very unfortunate thing where it's like, you're probably gonna hear this a lot. You gotta kill your darlings, right? But then I was like, I could just do another reshoot. I could add that back in, because the materialistic symbolism of that is the phone belongs to our older sister. And by breaking it, that effectively you separate yourself from the literal demons of your past by letting go. It's a very painful thing to do. And sometimes you yourself are not strong enough to do it, but the people in your life that you really care for and are the future, they are there to help you when you need them. And I am so incredibly proud that I was able to have your character do that.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, Nicole, I understand it's getting a little bit late on time. Do you have anything else, or you just wanna?
I think Raven, did you get a chance?
Oh, sorry, Raven. I'm so sorry. My bad. I'm so sorry. I looked at the time.
I was thinking just for this was I always thought about something that my theater teacher used to say to me, which now I've never said it out loud, but it does sound a little bit pretentious to treat like scripts like wine, you know, absorb it slowly, let it breathe for a bit, let it breathe through you.
It's crazy for a high school theater teacher to say that.
Especially when you and I were talking about Crow, it really just came down to me pulling back kind of layers of myself. Because I layer on a lot of different, like, and I get everyone acts here, so like, there's some levels that everyone does this, where it's just layer and layer and layer and layer and layer of like your personality, I guess. And I had to peel them back to find like the right one to be like, okay, let's stay here, let's settle in this for a minute, and like just like be comfortable in that, you know, be comfortable showing that. But after I did that for a couple of days, and when we were talking through the script, like after that, it just like stuck, you know.
Okay. Yeah, so that sounds great. I love what you guys are talking about. Trust and believe I'm taking mental notes. I am early in my acting career, but I do have children that also act and model, so I am taking notes. So Noah, I do have a couple questions for you as a filmmaker. Yes, you.
Yeah, what's up?
Okay, so one of the questions I have is, were there any bloopers that you decided to keep in the film? And to give you an example, like when Michael B. Jordan said, "Hey, Auntie" in Black Panther, that was not scripted. They decided to keep that in the film. Did you have anything that happened or occurred like that while you were filming?
For Snake Pit specifically, that is about 20% of the film. Raven can tell you a lot about that with Jared as well. But for Leftover Demons, that's a really good question, because with Snake Pit, it was a horror comedy, but it leaned a lot into the comedy for the majority of it. With this one, huh?
When he fell in front of the house.
Which time he fell 3 times. With Leftover Demons, I've never written a straight drama before, and it didn't start out like that. But then it just kind of molded into that, and especially since this guy is on the majority of it, unfortunately. It was really hard. I think the hardest part was actually staying serious, because especially with like the house scenes, I couldn't stop smiling because I was just so happy around you guys, and the school scenes too. But in terms of a blooper that actually, because it's not fully edited yet, it's still going to be editing. I mean, that's the purpose of the Kickstarter, is to, you know, film the remaining scenes. I want to say it had to have been something with you, Thomas. I think it was when you were beating me up, and then you just kind of leaned into it a little bit more.
Didn't you hit him for real?
No, oh, that's right. That's a good one. No, that's a good one. I forgot. I accidentally, with my pinky knuckle in the chin. So there was a scene where we're yelling at each other, right? And this is in the context of the film. This is right after a really traumatic event where I had to, I don't want to spoil it, but I had to say goodbye to somebody. And then I went to go drink, my character, not me. I went to go drink, and then Chloe's character handed me a flyer saying, you know, we got a party, why don't you come on over? Because, you know, my sister's going to be there. And I'm like, whatever, man. I just need to get away from everything like that. Is there alcohol going to be here? And then I see this guy, like this is his first introduction. We're yelling at it, right? And he just keeps pushing my buttons. And then I'm like, come on. And we did that take so many times. But that time specifically, I got so into it that you're supposed to, as an actor, right? It's supposed to, like that, right? I kind of leaned my shoulder a little bit too in, right? To give a pretty good haymaker. And you could, if I played it for one more second, because that was also in the trailer too, is that, oh my God, are you okay? Yeah. I should have just stopped. I should have just stayed in character. But I immediately was, oh my God, please be okay, please be okay, right? But that did take it in. That was the take that we ended up using, because that was the best take.
Such a great take though, man. What?
Yeah, took it on the chin. Literally took it on the chin.
I did.
Like, oh my God, yeah, it looks so real. And Tom was like, yeah, it was real.
I felt so bad. I was like, okay, we got to move on from this one.
Yeah. We used it.
Okay, so I know you also acted in a film, and as an actor, putting on your actor hat now, how did it feel? Because, you know, and don't give away everything because I haven't seen the film yet, but I know you had like a full head of beautiful hair. How did it feel to let it all go?
How did you feel, McKinley?
It was so fun.
It was so fun.
I mean, it was so different seeing him bald because he had so much hair, and it's just
Initially, I was gonna go to my barber to shave it all off, but then I said as a joke, "Do you want to do it?" And I've never seen her more excited in my entire life. In the trailer, the hand that was shaving my head was her, and even in the BTS photos that I'll send you, you'll see her with the biggest smile on her face, like that, over on me. For me, I never had my hair that long. And I want to say I wanted to use that as an excuse to just like cut it all off because I felt like I didn't really look good in that amount of hair. But I needed a valid reason for it, right? And for a lot of people, hair is very much an expression of the self, even of the soul, and it's a very personalized element to not only that character's comfortability, but also their psyche. And when it comes to grief, a lot of people try to do whatever they can in order to regain whatever little control they feel like they do or don't have in their lives. Well, that wasn't a conscious choice. The demons literally shaped my head to show that you can't just walk away from your mistakes with all this money and think you're going to be okay, live your happy life with your sister, and there's gonna be no consequences or ramifications. No, we're going to make you know that you have no control and that this is your fault and you have to live with it and you have to show it, right? Also with a fully shaven head and the fact that my character started wearing like the very next day, clothes was very, very baggy, is to further exemplify the line that Frida's character called me as a literal man-child, right? And a lot of this film was a critique towards myself and where I was at when I wrote it at the time, where I felt like I was I'm supposed to be this 20-something-year-old, both in the film and, in real life. And I'm still feel like a little kid that is just ignoring his problems, running away from it all. And I'm just a little boy in big clothes, big shoes to fill, not like your little shoes. And a lot of times, a lot of what I struggle with is how do I convey all of this word soup that I just spew out into film, right? It's show, don't tell. That was the best thing that I felt like I could have done. It's to literally show it, having also pretty much a piece of my humanity taken away, because that was literally just a few hours after a character in the film met an unfortunate fate. So I also want to see what I can do with, I hate using the term shock value, but that is the best way I could have shown it without saying anything. And I think that is a very powerful way of storytelling.
Okay. Yeah, it was definitely shocking, especially if people know you.
It's also something to talk about, right?
Okay, one more question for you. What do you feel from a filmmaker perspective? What do you feel was the most stressful part about this project?
Everything. The money, the locations, and me. Honestly, I felt like that I was always in my head a lot. I felt like that I was never really doing that great of a job. But then when it came to, clarify, when it came to scenes with just me or one other person, right? But all of that turned around in real time for that party scene that we filmed, where it was so hard to jump into Ava's scene immediately after that, where I was at my most vulnerable and on guard, when what just happened was, this is my favorite moment. Everybody turned around. All my friends that I've known in real life, that I've built the connections here in San Antonio, after all these years, turn around like, Guy!
Final party scene for Charlie. Roll B, take one.
Two.
It seems like such a silly thing, but that genuinely made me, in that moment, believe in myself more than I ever possibly could.
Wow.
And I've said this so many times, I would not be here had it not been for all of you guys showing up and believing me and committing to this. And I am always going to be grateful, even for just the littlest amount of whatever, right? Nicole, it means the entire world that not only are you still here, but that you donated and that you show up and that you ask questions that other people just don't ask. So I want to say thank you so much.
You're welcome. Okay, and last question for the actors, and yourself too. What's next? What are you guys looking at doing next? You have more projects lined up?
Honestly, I'm just gonna keep auditioning, see if I have to land anything, and just try my best, you know.
You're currently working on something.
Yeah, I'm currently in another project, so I've actually gotten the bug, so I'm excited. I do want to practice on my craft, in the acting field, but yeah, I'm definitely getting involved in other projects. Yep. So
I am currently cast in the University of Texas at Austin's fall production of The Visit.
awesome.
Their main stage shows. I'm part of their theater program there.
When is it?
Yeah.
It's in the fall. They haven't set the dates yet, but yeah.
Is it after, or is it? Yeah, is it in the middle of September or after that?
It either might be at the end of September, and if not, the end of October.
I'll be there.
Nothing. No, I'm just kidding. No, I recently did a commercial with Taco Palenque and the Spurs, so that was cool. That was cool. I had to do like it was like a hip hop edition, so we had to like dance. I currently take dancing classes, hip hop dancing classes. So I submitted it. It was like 55 seconds long, and I was like, I just submitted it. We'll see what happens. And I got a call back maybe it took over a month, and then they were like, hey, you got the part, and I was like, part 4, and it's like for the Taco Palenque. I'm like, oh my god, they selected me. I was like, I guess I danced good. I was like, okay.
So you had to dance for an audition?
Yeah, I had to dance. I had to submit something that
Do you have the video?
I do have the
Can you send
video.
it to me?
Yeah, it's like 55 seconds long or something like that. But yeah, I was
Can
like,
I put that in
yeah.
the...
maybe. That's maybe. So I need to redo my headshots, like digitals and stuff, because the last ones I have long hair, and right now I have short hair. So I need to do that before I audition or submit to any other casting directors, and then hopefully I can work with Noe on another film. I don't know if you talked about the other film, the romantic one, the little romantic comedy one. If I can say it or I can't say it. The film that you said. So hopefully I get to work on a film with Noe. It's like a romantic comedy.
Yes.
I love those type of films, so hopefully we can work on that.
I don't know when that will be though,
soon.
but yes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's it. That's all I got.
Raven?
Honestly, it's school, and more school. I was originally I'm going to Canada in about a month just to clear my head, get some things right. I was originally going to go over to Ukraine to fight, but considering that now that I'm trying to change my major up and this, that, and the other's happening, my life is constantly putting out fires. So I'm just let me just hunker down, do some school, get this done, get this knocked out of the way, think about something else. But in the meantime, it's literally a month at a time. We're doing this a month at a time. We're getting there. We're getting there.
And I want you to know wherever you go, you're always going to have a house and a home with my family.
I
Anytime.
appreciate it.
Right? You can be anywhere on the opposite side of the world. I know I'll do the same. You will always have something here.
Yeah, I'll let you sleep on my roof, man. Don't worry about it. You can sleep
I
on the
don't want to
top.
go to Austin.
I
I'm
got a
good.
nice little chimney, little
Frida's in
20 by
Austin.
20 room for you. You can sleep standing up. It's fine. It's cool.
I slept in a closet. I'm good. I think that's enough for me at that point. For me, I have three. One is the romance. The other one, because I wrote a romantic comedy back in October of 2023. It was just something really simple that I wanted to do because I love romance, but I could not find the right people or the right place to do it yet. And I also wanted to be, even though it's small, I want to put a lot of money into it. So we're not there yet, but we will be. Another one is actually with not you, Thomas, our Thomas, right? He just got a place in Florida, and I want to actually put genuine production value into using him as an actor because that goofball is made for stunts. He is so, because he started doing boxing too. Like his comedic timing is so phenomenal. I really want to do another film with him, and I want to do it right. I don't want to do like the iPhone 7 and a flashlight and a Word on Microsoft Word scripts. Right? I want to do it right with him. As for the final one, what I really want to do is that I've been writing this since 2019. It's kind of like the best way I can describe it is like a Netflix adaptation of an anime that doesn't exist. I wanted it to be about 4 to 8 season series that has a lot of action and has a lot of like, even though it has physical action, it's like, I'm sure you know what I mean, Raven, like a non-battle shonen anime, but in real life with younger actors, right? So you can see them actually grow up and evolve as the years go on in real time. And that, I feel like if I were to get a lot of production value for that, that is something that I would be happy with. I'm not going to retire until I'm dead, but if I were to, for whatever reason, it would be that. So I have those three things. All three are long-term things, which require money. But we'll get there when we get there. But Nicole, thank you so much for being here, for asking all these questions.
Yes,
it really means a lot. And how can everybody watching when I edit this, how can we get in contact with you for any future projects since you do so much?
Okay, you can find me on Instagram. And the Instagram handle is thrash_wit, that's WIT_IT. Thrash wit it.
Mm-hmm. And do you have any sort of, I don't want to say nonprofit, but any sort of like production or anything like that? Because you mentioned that you're part of the Sacred Underground Film Festival, but do you have anything else besides that?
Yes,
That
I
is
have a
personal to you?
management company called Thrash Brothers Management. And then I
Brothers
also have Thrash Brothers Entertainment, which is more of our production side of the house.
Oh, cool. And what do you have coming up?
Yeah.
What do I have going on? Okay, so I am working on an event. It was originally scheduled for the 26th of June, but I think we're moving a date, maybe 10 July. I'm looking at locking that in now. But I have an event coming up, and I'm going to be interviewing a filmmaker. I have not selected the filmmaker just yet, but I do an interview with local filmmakers at Tank's Pizza. And during that event, I also show a few short films that were entered into the San Antonio Black International Film Festival. I try to find films that kind of provoke discussion at these events. And when I interview the filmmaker and people get to come up afterwards and talk about what they have going on, you get about 1 minute to 2 minutes to talk about what you have going on. And then everybody just mixes and mingles and share information, and it's a good time. And I'd love to see you guys out. And then after that, there's just a lot more stuff coming up. There's a fashion show coming up in October, the Fashion for Life Purple Rain fashion show. Gary knows all about that. And then there's also the film festivals coming up in October and November as well. San Antonio Black International Film Festival will be that first weekend in October. And then we'll have the Sacred Underground Film Festival in November. There's going to be some other events coming up. I'm working with Tris to have an October kickback for the kickoff for the film festival. So it's going to be a lot of good things. So please go follow my page. Make sure you also follow Sabith SABIFF. And you can go to the website at sabif.tv. You can also follow Sacred Underground. And I want to say their website is sacredundergroundfilmfestival.com.
All right. Well, thank you so much. We're going to move on to McKinley's mom, who is going to be here in spirit. Literally, she's going to be channeled through somebody for her interview. So you feel free to stay on, or if you want to log off, you're totally fine. But we'll just move on to her, and then we'll move on to Thomas. And then I got some things to show, and then we'll get out of here. So sorry, we're running a little bit on time. Is everybody okay with staying a couple more minutes? Yeah? Yep. Okay.
All right, I will jump off for now. I got to get back to my niece.
Okay. Yeah.
She's probably looking for me now. But I'll get back to her. But thank you guys for having me. I really appreciate this time and having a chance to just talk with you guys.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks.
you.
Exciting stuff. See you later.